This is the green room at Tony Starlight's. That's why you can still hear the music. You just got off stage, Mac. Mac, one of the things I wanted to ask you is you're not the kid anymore.
Not really.
No. What? You're not the kid prodigy anymore. You sort of are really expected to produce on an adult level now. How's that working for you?
It's working great. Still, people still ask how old are you, and I've gotten tired of it. So I make them guess. I get anywhere from I'm 19. I get anywhere from 16 to 25, depending on what I'm wearing, and how what kind of mental state the person might be in at that time they ask. If you get me.
And how do you feel when they say they think you're 25?
I don't know. I laugh because it's a guessing game. I mean, I think it's amusing whatever they say because I just like to get people's answers.
Well, okay, so you're playing some jazz tonight. You played some jazz last night. You've got the big Manimalhouse thing coming up. Is there anything you don't play?
As far as styles of music go, I could probably play just about anything if I wanted to. If there was some money in it, I'd probably play country music. I definitely play with the Rascal Flats. They're a little bit better than country music. I don't think I would do metal. I think I would stay away from death metal. But I do like pop, some pop music.
Do you have a favorite right now?
It depends on A, what the crowd is liking, most importantly, and then B, also where the money is, and just the whole mood of the environment. I do like soul music, particularly 60s and 70s, Memphis, Motown, and Philly, and all the, whatever the other styles of music, whatever they call it.
Do you consider yourself more a keyboard player than any other instrument?
Probably, I'd say so.
Yeah. But you're comfortable on how many now? How many is it now?
It's it's four that I can do live. Really, well, if you count singing, it's 5. It's piano, drums, saxophone, and harmonica and vocals, and beatboxing. Can't forget the beatboxing.
Okay, so you've been with Manimalhouse a couple years now, right?
Since it's a little bit more than a year.
Yeah. So, what was the whole recording process for you like? Was it?
For me, the first weekend I was in there, it was, kind of silly because we were just doing everything just to make sure the drums and bass got their thing done. So I was recording my tracks knowing that they were not going to be keepers, so I wasn't too nervous about it. And then I scheduled my big day about 4 weeks later, and I went in there early in the morning, and I spent over 12 hours and got all my tracks done in a day, and just marathoned everybody, and people were going, geez, Mac, you're a machine. But as tiring as it was, I knew I had to get it done because I wasn't about to make them have to charge X amount for a whole nother day. So I thought I'd just crack it out, and I did.
Did you learn?
It was. I think if I did a whole week of that, I'd probably wear myself thin. But oh well. What am I gonna do?
What did Tony Ozier bring to that recording?
Really, he just kind of brought the good mood. He gave me some advice as far as keyboarding goes, but really I just did my own thing. I took some people's advice and did things that they said, oh, maybe do this here, do this there. For the most part, I just did my own thing, and like I said, hardly took any breaks, which people were kind of amazed at.
So, when are you leading a band? When do you become a leader?
I am sort of a leader. I sit in with some bands where I'm kind of the front guy in a way. I kind of like it when I'm the guy that organizes the show and kind of gets to make the calls, but I do like it when there's somebody up front who's looking a little better than me, kind of making the show go along in that powerful way, especially if it's a female singer or a lead guitar player, because I'm just not much of that. I just don't have that thing. I don't know what you call it.
But you're definitely a leader.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In some ways.
Yeah. You enjoy that role?
Yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, I enjoy part of that role, definitely.
Which part?
choosing most of the songs, having people pick some of their songs, but ultimately picking the main ones, and especially working with the vocalists and getting them to sing the right backing vocals. And I don't work with, outside of Manimalhouse, I really don't play with horn sections that often, just because I'm not a superstar and I can't really afford to have a horn section. But I have been able to play with multiple lead vocalists as well, so that's been fun.
What would be the ultimate Mac Potts band? If you could form a band tomorrow, what would it be? What would you play? Who would
Well, I don't know who. That's the tricky thing is who,
Yeah.
but I know what it would be. A band that could play. If I could have two bands, one would play blues and rock music, but the ultimate band would be the band that could play blues and funk, and when I mean funk, I mean soul funky stuff and funky blues, kind of like Northwest blues, like Strange Tones and that kind of music, but mainly down deep south in the groove soul music. And I love, if I could get a totally funky bass player, I would, but if I couldn't, I'd just play the bass lines with my left hand. It's just fine. And it's very important to have a funky drummer and a guitar player that can have that groove sound, but then when they turn up their leads, it's dirty and it's just got that gospel feel to it. And I'd probably at least want 2 female vocalists.
Yeah. All right. What can people expect at the Manimalhouse show?
Well, they better dance, because we just play better when people are dancing. So that's what they are expecting. They're expecting to be told to get up and dance. That's what you should expect for number 1. And you should expect most of the songs from the CD. However, we've changed our lineup so we don't exactly play the same as we used to. But all in all, what you're hearing live is sort of what you're going to get on the recording. It's actually completely different. I mean, on the recording, it's actually, I think it might even be better. Usually it's better live, but I think if you get the CD, you might go, whoa, this is beautiful.
If we were to let somebody listen to a track from the CD, what one would you like them to listen to?
Depends. If they're really into rap, if they want to hear some really down home rap, I'd probably pick Laces or Backdoor. If they want to hear more of a hit, I'd probably say Honest or maybe Wake Up.